it's Kylie Bertucci, Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia, and I've just realised that the video was on unlisted and has just gone public right now. So we'll give everyone a moment to come and find us. I'll pop the link up around the place so that everyone can come along. I was like, just Charlotte's here. I'm like, it's a little one-on-one with you and I, Charlotte. And then I realised what's happening. I'm like, oh, Charlotte's the smart cookie. She worked out how to do the unlisted workaround. Good morning, hello, good evening, whatever it is in your country. I hope you're all very well. It's so wonderful to be with you today. We've had a pretty hectic week. Bruno isn't here today. He had a few things that he had to get done because, it's just been a very, very busy week with his dad passing and the funeral on Tuesday. Everything went so well. Big thank you to everyone and your support and the messages, and we've got so many beautiful cards to show you as well. We're just feeling very, very loved and very overwhelmed with everyone's support. The funeral was a wonderful tribute to Bruno's dad. He would be so proud of his two daughters and Bruno, because Bruno did the talk and his sisters did a beautiful sort of talking about his life and everything that he did and what he accomplished. I even learnt things, and I thought I knew him very well after 21 years. But it was just a really, really beautiful memorial and tribute to their father, which I just think was so brave of all of them to get up and speak, but it made it very personal. And it, I think everyone felt comforted by the fact that everyone was involved. Oh, Bruno's here. Hello, Bruno. No, Bruno's like literally organised everything for me last night. I'm like, I'm going to bed. He's like, that's okay, I'll organise everything. I'm like, easy fix, Bruno. As long as I could flip it to public, then I was very happy. So I'm just going to pop up a little notification on Instagram. And in the meantime, I feel that we really
Did someone say Beveragino?
need to make sure that we've got our Beveragino.
Did someone say Beveragino? Yes. Beveragino.
Get that into you. So let's make sure that I am on the right one. Hello, everyone. Yvonne's here. Hope's here. Sue's here. Sarah, hi. Good to see you all. Oh, so lovely. So let me put a little link up here. I'll say, what picture should I use? Bruno's got a really nice new picture that he put up, which looked very cool. I wonder if I can find it, because I really like that cover image there, Bruno Bertucci. You've done incredible. But yes, so we've had a very, very busy week. We've had a lot happening, but I know that all the family, all the friends, everyone that came along really felt like it was a beautiful goodbye to Pasquale, and really special. So that was an amazing week. And thank you so much for all of the cards. I will pull them out, actually. I'll have a look in Bruno's room and see if I can find them. Because he goes, oh, another sympathy card. This is what we're all about, people. Seriously, it touches your heart so much when you send cards to people. So as much as we love to make cards, remember to send them because, really, really beautiful. I cannot believe it, but I found the image. I'm so proud of myself right now. I know. I can do things on my own. And Bella wants to say hello to you all. She was feeling very hungry this morning. She was jumping around literally 2 minutes before I went live, which is probably why I didn't pick up on it not being public. But she wanted to have a treat just before we went live. Here's little Bell Belly. Say hello to everyone, Belly Belly. She's licking her lips because she's had her breakfast, she's had a treat, she's been outside, so now she can rest. You You going to sleep for a few hours now and leave Mummy alone? Yeah, let me make cards for everyone. There you go. You can go on your little bed underneath the craft table. Go on your bed. Good girl. Yep. She's a bit needy today. It's not cold either. Normally she's needy because she wants to be warm. But today she just wants cuddles. So what have we got in store today? Well, we have got an amazing project that was made by Bruno, and I'm going to be casing him. I absolutely loved this card, and I said to him, do you mind if I steal that off you and use it for tomorrow's live, because I knew you would all love it too, because, you know, Bruno has a good taste, people. I'll put here a little link because I've got the photo. I've got everything. Now I've just got to finish it all off. Click here, live now. Don't you love technology? It's the best. Oh, look at all of you. You've all found us now. Good. I was faffing around long enough for you all to find the public link. Live now. Click here. Brilliant. And I've put that on both my Instagram and Facebook so that everyone, hopefully, who hasn't found us can find us. And you're welcome to share. I'm pretty sure you can share this video with others, so that's good. Yeah, Bruno really makes awesome cards. Now, let me show you the card. Do we have the prototype here? That is the question. Oh, maybe not. Maybe Bruno's hidden the prototype. This is why I shouldn't have been feeding Bella. I should have been figuring out what is on my desk. What do I have here before me? Oh, what's this here? I feel like Bruno's leaving. Oh, that's the adhesive. Yes. Oh, please. He's even got the blending brushes out. He's got everything out for me. Amazing. The only thing I don't have is the actual original card. So that's what I'm going to go find. Well, you go grab your beveragino. I've got to have a sip on the way. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, everyone. Don't miss me. I know you'll miss me. Well, the original card is not where I thought it would be, so we'll have to just see what Bruno says. Because I think I could replicate it without seeing it, but that's going to be pretty difficult. I kind of need it here right in front of me to say, this is what you're actually making. Oopsie. Do you like that? I had my sip on the way. I'm like, maybe my brain will work if I see the coffee. Oh, that coffee is going down an absolute treat. Love it. I'm messaging Bruno. I'm going to bring this. What else do I need? I do know a few of the steps. Actually, I probably could replicate without seeing the card. Oh, I found it. I'll say here, oh, good, found it. Of course he put it back in the envelope. Who would put it back where it belongs? Do you like that? Who would even look right in front of their eye? I should know my husband well enough by now to know that he's like so stinking organised. He's so amazing. Okay, you ready? You ready to receive? I'm going to do it facing down so that you can get a proper look at this card, because it is pretty epic. And you'll see why I wanted to have the original, because I want to do it justice. So firstly, we're going to be using the Mediterranean Blooms, which, by the way, we've just released our video class bundle with the Mediterranean Blooms. So if you haven't gone and got that, please go and get it. It's going to be absolutely amazing. You're going to love it. Hi, Julie. Let me show you the video class bundle here. Hi. So this is what we just released literally yesterday, but this is the first that many of you have seen. I'm really, really happy with my project this month. I did sort of a very simple fun fold card, but because we have been so busy, you could buy this class for $22, which has 12 classes. But we've been so busy that I didn't get to remind you all that the subscription is available till the end of this video. Okay, this is your last chance to get the subscription. Now, the subscription is good because then you get 1 month for free. I always love a freebie. So if you wanted to do 5 months, and you can pay month by month, or you could pay all in one go. Up to you what you decide to do. I'm pretty sure that if you scan that link, let me see exactly where it takes us to so that I can see what you see. Let me see what you see. Oh, yes. So this one takes you straight to PayPal, that link, and I think it might do the month by month, which is fine. But if you want the full, yes, this is month by month. $22 month by month for 5 months, and then you don't do the 6 months. You get 1 month free. So that's pretty cool. But you can receive 6 months of classes. Hi, little girl, on your bed. Go and lie down. She's very needy today. Hopefully she relaxes a bit. Her little heart's been beating a lot more full on these days. So I'm keeping a very close watch on her. I'm like, oh, please be okay, little Bella. We're going away together at the end of next month. And I'll be really, really, really happy if she makes it to the end of next month. Because her little heart, it's like it's beating outside of her little chest. I'm like, oh. She's had heart failure for quite some time. So I do know the day is coming. But, yeah, just want to make sure that she's okay. I'm just like a protective mum, all right? We can't help it. We're like, my baby made a noise. So what do we have here? This is not in the tutorial, by the way. You will not see any of the items in the class. You won't see any of them anywhere online. But this is just to give you a taster or an idea of the type of things that you will get in that bundle of the classes. So you can check out all of the classes that we have available right here. And it's just really good to have like a whole repertoire of suites and different classes there that can help you with your mojo. So if you're feeling a little bit like, oh, I don't know what to do, then that link will take you to the classes. So this die is absolutely amazing because it actually doesn't cut out. And I love how Bruno has done this. Look, it's a little bit flimsy, but I don't mind it because it's got so much happening here. You could even add, if you wanted it to be a little bit more firm, you could add some acetate behind here, just so that you can still see through. And I love how you can see the fruit through there. Bruno's done some blending all the way through. We decided that we're going to do a different technique for this base rather than using the blends. I'm going to be doing some the blending brushes rather than the blends, and then it opens up like so. So we've got some nice insert there. So it's actually just the 2 card base, like 2 pieces, and then joined. So there we go. So let's get crafting, peeps. I'll just zoom out a little bit because I was colouring in and I zoomed in nice and close and I didn't undo the zoom. So we have our first piece here, and then the second piece is this one here. So the pieces basically are a little bit like the normal card base with the Mossy Meadow, but the basic white is a little bit smaller so that it can fit inside nicely here. So if you have our card templates, it's basically like double the Poppy Parade size. So it's sort of an insert piece like so. So the first thing I want to do is cut out this beautiful leaf piece so that we can see inside. I think that looks good there. Oh, you understand about Bella, Janice. Yeah, she's at that age where I just feel like every little cry and every little cough and every little thing that she does, I'm a bit like, she okay? Because I know, she's 15 now, so she's done very, very well. But I just feel like, oh, it could just happen at any moment. But I would really love for her to be able to get down to the holiday house that we're going to. We booked an Airbnb that's pet friendly, and I just hope that she can get down there because she loves the beach. Not so much swimming in the beach. We did try that, and she just about had a conniption. But she just loves walking with us, and yeah, so it would be really lovely to be able to take her down there. Now I'm going to run this through twice just to make sure that it really is cut through nicely, and I'll just check before lifting up. Yeah, that all looks like it's cut very nicely. Oh, there's a little bit there that sort of doesn't look like it's... Oh yeah, that looks good. Yep, I think we're safe. Let's put that over there. Pull this out here. I really love this way of using these dies. I just think it's a really, really nice highlight. Now you can see quite a few of these are sort of stuck in here a bit. So we've got two options with our Take Your Pick tool. Yeah, they sure are, Patricia. They're part of the family, aren't they? So we're just, yeah. I'll show you a photo of Bella the other day, actually. It's so cute. She was having a little sleep in our bed. She made herself very comfortable. I just thought it was the cutest picture. I had to take a snap. So she's lying on Bruno's pillow. This is my pillow here. And I just love how she's so comfortable right in between our pillows. And then that little tongue sticking out because she's lost her teeth. Her little tongue sticks out when she sleeps. She's just waking up. And she's so cute. Yeah, I think that's how I feel, Janice, just getting down to the beach. And I love it down there. It's really, really beautiful, like Mornington Peninsula way. And it's just, yeah, we end up going for walks every day. We might have to be a bit mindful that she may not walk as much as what she has in the past. So we can, yeah, just pick her up and carry her part of the way if we need to. That can be Bruno's job, although she's not that heavy, so I could even do it. So we've got a few little pieces here that we're not coming out with the brush. So I'm just using the other end of my tool to get these out. But Bruno's mum is doing really well. We're catching up with her next weekend. We've got a convention that we're going to, that she's going to as well. So I'm going to make... I said to her, you make the coffee. Well, Bruno said, you make coffee, Mum, and I'll bring her lunch. And I thought it's actually really nice that we've got like another community of friends like through the Jehovah's Witnesses, because I thought for a woman who's just lost her husband, I can imagine it being very, very isolating and very lonely other than your own family. And your own family, like, you know, we've all got work and we've got things that we need to do. And I thought you could be very isolated. So I'm happy that she's got like a congregation that she goes to. Like last night, I think she went to her meeting and there's like over 100 people at that meeting that all know her well. And then like we'll go to the convention next week and there's going to be over 2,000 people like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I just thought it's so nice for her to have, you know, lots of love and lots of hugs and people showing her kindness and support. And I just thought that's, in times like that, you can't put a price on having a community of friends and family that are there for you. And yeah, I'm just really happy that she has that. In her life, and that we can support her in that as well, because we're actually moving to her congregation. We've been in our congregation in our area, like where we go for what most people call church. We've been going to ours for 14 years, and this week is our last meeting with our congregation, our local congregation that's just down the road, after 14 years. So we've seen like the kids grow up. We go twice a week, so we've seen everything. Like some of them I said to the few of the girls, how old were you when we came to Tarneet congregation? And they were 9, and now they're married women and talking about kids, and like, it's pretty special. It's like we're so part of their family. So it's a big deal for us to be moving, but to be able to move closer to Mum and now be able to see her at least 2 to 3 times a week minimum, I think is just going to be really, really good for her, and a big support. Just lots of love. I'll be able to help her with a few things around the house and getting things organised, and there's just a lot to organise after the passing of someone. So so she has a lot to look forward to. She has a lot of friends. She has a lot of support, which I just think they're the really important things when there's such a big, big, big change in her life. I just think that's going to be really, really good for all of us, actually. So I'm going to make goslemere. I don't know if any of you have made goslemere before. I'll show you a picture. I made some this week because we had another little function that we went to, and I thought, I love cooking when I'm feeling a bit stressed out. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. So I made goslemere, and actually you can find it with Recipe Tin Eats. I don't know if any of you use Recipe Tin Eats, but she's really, really good. Nagi is her name. She's Australian, so a lot of her way of talking is a bit Australian. But for those of you who aren't in Australia, you'll still be able to learn a lot from her. She does the goslemere. So it's this beautiful, flaky, crispy pastry. I do mine a little bit thicker, which I really like. It's not quite as crispy, and I don't use quite as much oil. I think that's why it's not as crispy. But it is so delicious. So I did the feta and spinach and garlic. Bruno and I aren't huge fans of onion. I don't know, both of us find that our tummies are a little bit sensitive to it, but we love garlic. So I put garlic in ours and a bit of paprika. And it's just beautiful. And you just fold it. And that's how it cooks up. You just have the dough, and you just sort of put it in this rectangle shape, and then you just put all your ingredients onto the rectangle and then fold it over. And you could have lamb. I just did a vegetarian style one, but you could do lamb or beef with capsicum, feta, and then there's all these herbs you can add in. Like, look how delicious that looks. And then you just fold it over into a pocket, and then bake it on your fry pan for 2 minutes on each side. And delicious. It's just the best. So if I'm going somewhere like with these convention type things that we do, I don't want to be cooking or making sandwiches at 6 o'clock in the morning before we leave. I'm just like, no, this is not going to happen. I can barely get myself out of bed, let alone make a sandwich in the morning. I'm like, no, just give me something that I can pull out of my fridge and take with me. And this is one of those perfect things. So even like kids' lunch boxes, it's just, even like I brought it to a friend's place because we would just like bring a plate. It's such a great bring a plate because it's savory, it's yum, it's, really filling and delicious, but it's not like, it's carbs, but it's not like greasy carbs. It's not bad carbs. It's not like deep fried food or something. It's at least a little bit healthy. So that is the amazing goslemere. And it's spelt, we can see there, goslemere. That's how it's spelt. So I think it's Turkish. I think so. Let's have a look. Do you know this one? Look up. I love this. Yes, Turkish cuisine dish. It's a savoury Turkish stuffed turnover. I think every culture has it, really. I'm sure the Greeks have something similar. But it says the dough is usually unleavened, made with flour, salt, and water, but it can be made with yeast as well. I haven't tried bazlama. I'll have to have a look with bazlama what that one is. But yeah, beautiful. It's a really, really nice recipe, that one. I also did mine in the Thermomix. So my one did have yogurt in the dough. I really like it, but you can figure out which one you like. There's lots of different doughs out there that you can use. But anyway, I digress, because when I am stressed out, I love to cook. I mean, I love to cook all the time, but it is definitely my coping mechanism when I'm feeling a little bit, just a bit stressed out. I'm like, I feel like I can control food because I follow the recipes to the letter. I never digress, very rarely. Let me zoom in so you can see my colouring here, everyone. Whee! Yeah, I might just open that up so we don't get any bits of blend on the wrong side. There we go, got a bit of scratch paper here. Let's do a bit of colouring. I've got lemon lolly here, everyone. We're doing lemon lolly, pumpkin pie, and mossy meadow. We're going to colour with those three, and then we're going to do some blending afterwards, okay? So if you want to do some colouring or chopping while I do this, feel free. But yes, I really, really love to cook when I feel a little bit out of control or feel a bit stressed. So I made quite a few donuts this week. Like, I even brought it along to the funeral, and the family really loved it, especially the kids, our nephews and nieces. They were just so excited that I'd brought donuts along because they were really distressed. And what's the best thing to do when you're distressed? Eat donuts. So they were like, thank you. Bruno, because he had the talk, he was very stressed. And so he had a donut and he's like, this is the first thing I've eaten all day. And I'm like, oh, that makes me very happy. I'm so happy I made them. I thought, am I crazy for bringing donuts along to a funeral? But clearly not. It clearly worked very well for everyone. Now, what should we do next? I think we'll do the leaves next, actually, and then we'll do the oranges last. So with this one, I like to do what Bruno has done, which is to use the dark. I'll actually use the other side just so we don't bleed it out too much, because it's a very strong colour, this one. So I'm just going to follow the lines of the leaves. Like so. Beautiful. You can see I've gone into Kylie's happy place because I'm starting to do my colouring. Ah, Anita, that's so interesting. My daughter-in-law works in NICU, and when she is stressed, she bakes the most beautiful cakes. That's so interesting. I'll have to connect what is the connection between being stressed and baking. I don't know. It feels very cathartic to me when I bake. I really I really enjoy it. Like, it just gets my mind off. I don't know. Maybe it's just a distraction from the stress that's happening around me. But it's something I've always done when I'm stressed out. I find it a very calming influence on me. And then we've got a few stems here too. Good. That looks great. And now we'll go in with the amazing lighter Mossy Meadow. And this is where the cool stuff happens with the blends. If you haven't used these amazing Stampin' Up! Blends before, I absolutely love blends. I'm so excited that we have them. So you just come in around the edge first. You could even use your smaller one if you wanted to. Smaller nib just to get around that outside. And then we can go to town inside here. And what you want to do, you don't have to blend it in like super, but you could, because you can still see the lines there. But I'll do some with lines and some without, just to show you. But if I keep going here and keep colouring over those lines, what will end up happening is you'll still have that gradient of colour, but it won't be as prominent. It won't be as strong, that line that we created. So we're waiting for that to dry, and you'll see the difference between the other leaves. So you can sort of, yeah, make it prominent if you want to. Like, I don't mind either way. Each has like a really nice look to it. I actually like having a bit of both. I think it looks really nice to have, because leaves are never the same. Like, you know, young leaves sort of have a different look to older leaves. So I think having like a little bit of light and shade, I think, adds to the depth of colour. Ah, Stephanie, thank you. It's good to be here. Anita goes for a walk. Yeah, that'd be good. I wish I could choose exercise as my stress relief. That would actually be very convenient. But instead I just, you know, cook donuts. Crafting helps with stress and yeah, it's true. Between crafting and cooking, they are definitely my two happy places. But Bruno's dad had he has 7 brothers and 1 sister, and I really, really love Kathy, his sister. She's just so beautiful, just such a sweet person. I mean, you know, what girl wouldn't be amazing after having 7 Italian brothers? And I'm sure we're very, very protective of her. So yeah, I was so happy to ask, and I said, "Oh, are you eating sweets at the moment?" Yeah, because a lot of people are being careful and not necessarily eating sugar or donuts. But I said, "Oh, are you eating donuts at the moment? I baked you something, but you don't have to take it if you don't want it." Because I really had her in mind, as well as our nephews and nieces. And oh, she was so happy. I had them packed up in little bags, which probably wasn't the best look, most attractive way to serve them. But she was just so happy. Look at her little face. She was just like, yes. Beautiful. Yeah, this is definitely calming me down as well. Oh, I love it. And I love all the light and shade pieces. So see the difference between the 2 leaves? So interesting, isn't it? So I thought I'll just do like the smaller leaves, like not totally coloured in, so you can still see the lines. But I really love, yeah, the depth of colour that you can get with the blends and how you can change that style. So you can see here Bruno did all of his with that light and shade. And he's actually even come in with the colour lifter as well, which is a really great technique to really make it pop out some more as well. Now with this one here, so we've got a few pieces here that you can see will be darker. So I might actually use the smaller nib. So what I like to do with the darker pieces is anywhere where there's an overlap, then to me that would create like a little bit of shadow. Also there's like sort of this, you can see the freckled dotty look there. I feel like that's, you know, Stampin' Up sort of saying there's a little bit of, you know, depth of colour there. So I'm just following along, you know, where they've got sort of those dots along the orange. All along there. And then I'm going to follow this flower because again it's sort of it's over the top of the fruit. And then those dots there. This one here, I might actually just use that as a, I'm going to do a bit of colour lifter there rather than make it darker. I'm actually going to make it lighter. So I can show you how to use your colour lifter with fruit like this. Again, I'll just bring that in, taper it down. And this leaf is over the top and this flower's over the top. So I'll add a little bit of depth of colour there. Yeah, that looks good. And a little bit maybe next to this leaf, the stem. But I'm happy with that. Now, this is where, again, the amazingness happens. I'll just get my colour lifter. I think these days, Lisa, it's a really good point that Lisa makes, that she loves crafting and just wishes she had more time. I think we've got to a point in our life where we've also, like, we've got to almost schedule it and, like, book it in. Because, you know, sometimes we just want to zone out, and so we might just watch some television or something like that, when we could have had an opportunity to do some crafting. But, yeah, I think it's nice to just make that time for ourselves. I think that everyone else sort of gets a piece of us. And it's something I was talking to my brother about last night, because my brother and his fiancée came along to the funeral, which was so sweet. I'm just having a bit of cuppa, if you're wondering what I'm doing. Like having a yarn with you. But yeah, talking to him last night, I was saying, you know, how grateful I was that they took the day off to come and show support to Bruno's family. And, you know, just what a big difference it makes to have one support you like that and be there for you. And he's a very generous person. He's very, very kind, very sweet. And, you know, he would do anything for anyone. But I think something that I said to him, because I think that's where both of us are similar, we can get a little bit hurt when we get sort of taken advantage of, or when someone, you know, just lacks that appreciation and just keeps wanting more from us. And it takes a little while for me to figure out. Like, I think I'm a little bit more aware of it now. But years ago, I would give up my time for other people, thinking of, you know, I want to help people. I want to be there for them when they need me, which is lovely. But there's also some people out there in the world, sadly, that will always need something and will always take your time with no conscience. Like, they'll just keep taking time. They'll just keep going. And then the moment you actually need support and you need help, they're nowhere to be found. And, you know, it's not that you do things so that you can get things back. However, a friendship is two-way, and I'm learning that sometimes, you know, the reason why we don't have a lot of time is because we're actually giving our time to the wrong people. And we're also taking time away from ourselves. Like, we've got all this care that we're doing for other people, and we're putting all this time into other people and what they need, which is wonderful, but at what expense to ourselves? Like, have we actually, like, we schedule time for other people and we go, yeah, I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll help you with that, I'll do this. But we actually don't have parameters or boundaries for ourselves. And I just think that's something I'm really, really being mindful of. Like, who exactly do I give the time to? Why am I doing it for them? And what sort of friend are they? Like, are they one of those friends that are going to just suck the life out of me? Time vampire. And, is there always going to be something? Is there always going to be the next thing that they need and the next thing that they need? And, would you, I think the question that I always ask myself now is, would I ask this of someone else, what they're asking me to do? And when I actually analyze it, there's just no way I would ask someone to do what some of these people ask of others. And I just think, for me, it's very much a red flag now. I'm like, I'm allowed to actually say no, and I'm allowed to actually do something for me and actually not have any guilt about that, because of the type of people that they are. Yes. And it's not that I don't want to give. Absolutely, I want to give. And I want to give to people that also can't give themselves. However, there's got to be a parameter there. There has to be. And my brother is so sweet. He has been really, really hurt by the fact that, because he's just so generous, like so generous. And I think it hurts when you realise that actually you've been taken advantage of by some people, and that they know that you're going to continue to give. So they're like, good, we'll just continue to take. And unless you actually stand up to someone and say, no, it doesn't work like this. I'm not like this never-ending well of just continuing to take from me. And then those type of people are the first ones to absolutely crack it when you say no to them. And it's just like, really? I wouldn't have even asked in the first place what you've asked from me. And look at how much I've done for you. And now you're upset because I've said no once. So it's a very, very important thing to learn. And I'm learning. Unfortunately, I've learned the hard way over the years. I think getting into my 40s, I'm like, I don't want to stop being kind. And I said that to my brother. I'm not going to stop being kind. I love being kind to other people, but I have parameters as to who receives that kindness, and why. Because I've also got to be mindful of my own self-care as well. I think we're all a little bit more fragile than ever before. If I don't care for me, then what good am I to the ones that need me the most? Like, what good am I to Bruno if I go beyond what I can give? It's no good for anyone. Anyway, it was a really nice chat, and I really felt for him because I understand exactly how he's feeling. It's an awful feeling when you're like, I feel like I've been taken for a ride. Now, if you're wondering what I've just done there, that was that amazing adhesive sheets, and you can peel it off. Now, this is quite tacky and quite sticky, so what I'm going to do is just stick it to my clothing. It's going to probably look a little bit gross, fibres coming off, but we'll do that a couple of times just to, oops, I was scared I was going to do that. It'll still work. We'll still stick it down. We'll still make it happen. But yes, just stick it down a few times, because we don't want, it can tend to sort of pull up the paper, which is we don't want to rip anything that we've just done on our beautiful paper here. So what we're going to do is just cover this beautiful fruit here, like so, as much as we can. And we'll pretend that that's still stuck together like so. Now I'll just make sure that that's overlapped so that, yeah, that's good. Don't want too much of a border there. So it's going to have a little bit of a border around the outside, which Bria and I decided is going to look really hot. But if not, we can just come in with the blend and colour in the other bit. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Now, if we look at the rest of it, I think that's all looking pretty even. And then what we're going to do is get the, rather than using the blends to colour this, yes, I know, Stephanie, right? I know. I think we're very fortunate. Like, I know a lot of people talk about social media and they're like, you know, it's ruined the next generation. But I think if you use social media in the right way, there's a lot of very, very interesting information that I think is helping a lot of people to learn and understand more than ever before. If you apply it, like, that's the key. I think the application obviously is hard at times, but I do think that we are very, very fortunate that we can protect ourselves too and learn about ourselves a lot more than ever before. So I'm grateful for that. I know that it does have its pitfalls, the internet and social media. I know that it does have, you know, a lot of dangers, but it also has a lot of benefits as well. I definitely wouldn't have learnt everything I've learnt without the support of, you know, different people online. Now, I've got my ink. I've just inked it on here. The reason why I like to bring my block to the ink is that I'm protecting my ink pad firstly, and I feel like I can get a better coverage. Bruno likes to use the ink pad. He goes direct, but I don't know. It's just something that I enjoy. I just feel like the coverage is more even. Yeah, just feel like I have a bit more control. Now I'm just going to close this now because I don't really want that to overlap. So we'll just close that piece there. We'll get some more ink here. Now this ink I'm using is Balmy Blue. Can you see what I'm doing now with this masking? Does it make sense now? Just a really cool technique. Yeah, love it. Another really good thing that I like to do, just to sort of, I don't know, red flag people. You don't want to test people, but I do like to get to know people and, you know, get a bit of insight into the sort of person that they are. And I love the Bible proverb that there's more happiness in giving than receiving. And I just think it's such a profound comment, right? I mean, of course, it's biblical, so of course it's going to be amazing. But it actually gets to the core of so many things, because if I ask a person, so, you know, they're like, I'm really sad and I'm really, you know, it's different if it's just a one-off and you know this friend and they're very rarely like sad and they're very rarely down in the dumps, and, you know, there's friends that go through tough times. But if you've got that friend that's just there's always something, right? They get over one thing and then the next thing comes along, and yeah, they're just always a victim. There's always something going on in their life, and you're like, oh, once we get through this together, then it'll all be okay. Once we get through this, then it'll all be, and there's just never any end. And I actually love to ask people like that, what have you done for someone else lately? And, you know, we're not talking, it doesn't have to be profound. It could be just, have you sent a card to someone? Have you messaged someone to ask them how they are? You know, have you donated some money or volunteered somewhere, or, you know, just done something that's, you know, different to what you're doing today? And if they look at me really strangely, like, how dare you talk about someone other than me right now? Look, this needs to be about me right now. If they are the sort of person that doesn't cope with that comment, that to me is a massive red flag because we all can always help someone. And I love the fact that actually when we do something for someone else, I don't know what it does to our psychology or our attitude, but somehow we feel, not that it makes what we're going through insignificant, but it actually helps us to overcome what we're going through because we can see that others are going through things as well. It makes us sort of less focused on ourselves, which I think is a really healthy way of overcoming our trials. It's like, you know what, if we have empathy for others and we help others during our trials, it sort of makes our trial feel less heavy. It's like it carries a burden, like helping someone else helps carry our burden too at the same time. I don't know how it does that, but it just gives you purpose other than maybe just a really healthy distraction. I guess that's what it's like me with my cooking. It's, you know, it's a way of giving to other people because I had people in mind, but it's just a healthy, great distraction rather than like sitting there wallowing in your own stuff and becoming introverted. And, you know, we can very easily spiral when it's just all about us and we're ruminating and overthinking what happened and getting angry and upset about what other people have done, when in actual fact we could just be using that time really well to help other people. It's an amazing proverb. I really love it. Here we go. This actually looks really hot, people. Wow. I like that we had this little reveal here. Here we go. Let's do the rest. It kind of worked out well having it in the partial bit. Let's get this bit here. Yeah, it seems like it's coming off nicely. So I think the rubbing it on the clothes trick, but you still want to be careful. Don't get, you know, too excited. You can also put Embossing Buddy on here as well, and Bruno said that really helped. But I think, yeah, if you do it enough times on your clothing, because this is still very sticky. I'm surprised after everything we did putting it on the clothing that it still has so much sticky to it. Wow, 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 people. Can we see this? I am loving it. And it's a nice technique, isn't it? I don't know if you've used this one before, but we could do this with any of the dies. Any dies that you've got? Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at that. So the only thing, I think I just went a little bit skew-iff over here, but I don't think it detracts from it. I think it actually looks really amazing. Doesn't that look cool? And I'm actually going to leave it like that. Brenna said maybe we could come around with, you know, blends and colour. But what do you think, everyone? I really like that. And so this is how it's going to sit. I'm going to stick that down there. And that's how it's going to sit inside. Isn't that beautiful? I really like that. Love it, love it, love it. Yes, gorgeous. Bourgeois. So I can see why Bruno covered this side with some paper. We've got some paper here that we can cover it with. Yeah, I like the white border too. I think it looks very, very nice. So I'm going to stick those down like so, and we're also going to have a little piece here that we can write on, and then we'll just do the sentiment. Isn't that amazing? We are champions, everyone. And you could even do this side, actually. Let's see what this looks like. I could do that one there. I think I might do that. I think that goes really nicely with the card. Yeah. Yeah. Decision made. Actually, I will just flip this around because I noticed that they were upside down. And I can't have upside down fruit. There we go. Good save, Kylie. Don't you love Tombow glue? If I use the tape, I'd be like, alright. Tombow glue was, honestly, when someone taught me about Tombow glue, I just was like, this is life-changing. How did I not know about this adhesive? Because I could never line it up properly. I'd always end up sticking it down crooked, and then I'd have to rip it, and oh, so distressing. I feel really happy for all of you out there that somehow can use tape. Good for you. Well done. But I am not one of those people. I cannot get it lined up instantly right. Sometimes I can, but not every time. I don't trust myself enough to. And I think it's just learning how thin to make this glue. Once you get the right squeeze, once you know how much to squeeze this, and only practice will help you, then you're not going to have all those like weird lines that everyone is worried about with glue. Because I just do it so right at the right amount where you can wiggle, but it's not like too much and then it ends up bleeding out or making a mess or getting it on your fingers. Like it's no problem for me now because of the squeeze technique. And the only way you get the squeeze technique right is practice. It's just continually trying to do it until you go, yes. And then it just becomes like second nature. You're just like, yep, I know exactly what amount to squeeze. There we go. This is a very, very beautiful card, Bruno Bertucci. Hasn't he done amazing? So Bruno put his sentiment along here so that it actually is a card that is sitting like this. But it's up to you. You could do it landscape if you wanted to. You don't have to have it portrait. So if I did this landscape, what I would possibly do, instead of doing what Bruno has here, which is, you know, making it very obvious that he wants it landscape, portrait, I'm going to do, I feel like I'll just do like a little sentiment here because I don't want to cover too much of this and I don't really want to add a sentiment through there. I could actually add a small sentiment here, but yeah, I think something like down the bottom here or a little circle here, something like that will be very nice. What sentiments do we have? So we could even use the little hello. I love the all the love. Even the just checking in is really nice as well. It's a really nice size. And we don't really have, there's no small dies here, so we could really use any die that we wanted for this. So let's have a little look at some of my favourite dies in our repertoire. Let's get my trusty little die box from over here. We'll see what choices we have. Let's have a little look together. I'll just zoom out a little bit. There we go. So what we can do, this is all in alphabetical order, so it makes it a whole lot easier for me when I go to the catalogue. but sometimes I just like to flip through and just see for myself. So this is the new Changing Leaves. This one here has probably the best ones, I think. Look, it's got a really sweet one there. It's got that circle that we were looking for. So that one is a really good one. And yes, thank you for the reminder on the thumbs up. That's a very good idea, Tammy. Thank you. What else have we got? That one's a good one there. Yeah, we've got 29 likes so far. So I think we can do better than 29. That one's good too. That one's a really great die in the Enduring Beauty. But we've got some really nice ones like in this Everyday Details. That's a good sized circle there. If we did a circle, because that one actually, I think if we did You're the Best Kind of Person again, because I really liked that. I think this one would be the best one for it. So, and that's actually a good segue, which I didn't actually plan, as you know. I pulled over the whole thing. But it's a good reminder for me to tell you about our Changing Leaves class. Now, I think I've got Changing Leaves. So I don't know if this is, I don't actually know. Oh, yeah, that's it there. Now, this info might be, let's check and see where this takes us. Oh, yes. So it's going to take you to our blog, which is fine, all good. But we just don't have option 1 anymore. So option 1 has finished. However, if you wanted to do option 2, which is the online class, you could do that. Now, there's no option 3 written on there, so I need to update that little link. But option 3 is actually really amazing. And so what option 3 is if you join our YouTube channel, and I know that there's quite a few of you that are subscribers to our channel. You've subscribed to the creative level. So the creative level is a lot of fun because we do our own sort of private videos. In fact, last week we made this together. Yes, we had our own little extra online class together. So if you want to know how to make this, just subscribe for a month. We've got the video up from last week. You'll have access to every single video that we've done together. Plus, you'll also receive this Changing Seasons class as a gift. We did it as a gift this month. So it's a really, really great deal to join our membership. We've had quite a few join because of this class, and we've had amazing feedback from our members. They're so excited to have received it, particularly because if you buy the Changing Seasons bundle, it's $10 Australian. But if you join our YouTube Creative membership, it's only $4.99. So it's like you're getting the class half price, plus you're getting this as a little bonus as well. This is not in the class that you can see here. It's not in that. It's only for members. So we really, really want to spoil our YouTube members. We want to thank them so much for their support, their continued support. But you can opt out at any time. You can just do 1 month subscription. And we also have our own Facebook community as well. And a lot of the girls will tell you, Anita saw that everyone was putting pictures of this card, like their version of this card, on the group. So there's a lot of support and creative fun, and it's just a really, really beautiful community that's like a step up from what you're getting today. Today's free. We love being with you, but we want to give something just that extra special to our members. So please consider it. It's great fun. If you join this month, you've got access to everything that's sitting there, including this class, which is amazing, right? And we've got more things to come in August. It's a very exciting time for us to develop that membership and add more things and do more special projects that are just for our members. So definitely go and check that out. I really hope you do. So thank you for your support for all of those that are doing that. Now, let's go back to our sentiment. Thank you for the changing leaves dies for reminding me about that, because I would have forgotten. And thank you, Charlotte. Thank you for the prayers. We really appreciate those. But isn't that literally, my mind is blown. Isn't it just amazing? It's a new technique I learned from one of my amazing team members, Lena. Thank you so much, Lena. And we played around and we learned how to make this technique together on our membership page. It's incredible. It's the best technique. I was like, it's blown my mind. And you can actually hear it in the video. All the girls could hear me going, oh my goodness, this is so amazing. I'm loving this so much right now. Now let's see if it's going to fit. Oh, it's just slightly too small. So maybe we can do the little hello. That's a little bit, I think maybe it's this one. Let's have a little look. All the love. Does that look like it fits? No, that doesn't fit either. I think we might need to do just checking in. Maybe that's the secret. Oh yeah, that looks good. And where would it sit? If we were to sit it somewhere, we could just sit it down there, couldn't we? And I could possibly even make this smaller, the die. You know how you sort of bring it over a little bit, or we could even cut it a little bit. So let's have a play of that. We can try a few and then see which one we end up doing. Yeah, the colours are absolutely beautiful. But it was amazing how those in the membership on the Facebook, our Facebook group, they all did different colours. They did the autumnal colours, and it looks so spectacular. Like, all of us were so inspired by that technique that I think there was at least, how many different cards were there? Let me see if I can find our little group here. Kylie's YouTube members. There they are. So just to give you some ideas. So that's what Anita made. Anita, you did such a good job. Love the technique. How beautiful has that come up with all the different colours? Yeah, this one here. Anita, couldn't stop. Had to keep going. So, yeah, really inspired all of us. And then Kayleen, she did using it on cardstock rather than like colouring it. And she did embossed and debossed. So, yeah, really amazing technique. So, yeah, I've put all my food on there as well. That's in the membership group. Sharing recipes as well, of course. My other true love, cooking. So, yeah, so it's not only just the YouTube membership, but we've also got our Facebook group as well that's happening, which has been really, I love adding that on, that addition. And then it means if there's something happening or a video that I wanted to share, then I can easily just share it with the group and say, hey, you know, there's a video on. Don't miss it. My little stamp decided not to be sticky anymore. So I've just spritzed it with a little bit of water. Let's see if that works. Yeah, that's good. Sometimes they lose a little bit of the stick. So I just sprayed it with a little bit of water. Okay, so that's that one. I think I did it upside down, but that's all good because we're cutting it out. Just got to make sure that I leave enough room for whatever dye I decide to use. And I'll do the other one as well. Why not? Why not? Okay, now I'm using the new Stampin' Up! Wow Emboss powder. And Bruno and I are really happy with it. We feel that it's just a little bit finer, the powder, which means you get better coverage. And it's just, yeah, then it's just a lot more vibrant, the embossing. So if you haven't got your hands on the Wow Emboss, we can definitely definitely recommend it. It's, yeah, really good. Hello, Karen. I feel like my just checking in is a little bit crooked. Okay, let's see what we've got here to play with. So this one's definitely looking like it's too small. So let's just see what else we can play with. We've got our just checking in, but I think if I did that, I would probably do that and then come off the page. So it would sort of sit on the edge here. So I think that one's for me. That's sort of the standout. This one here, or maybe I might have two here to choose from. I'm surprised that that fits in. All right, let's give that a whirl mill. And I'm going to bring in my mini because I can. And yes, I cut my paper down. Oh, it's so much easier, Diana, to store like that. And in alphabetical order too. We all just need a Bruno, really. He's the organizer. He's so good. So I've just cut that down so that I can use my mini. And yes, that's literally what I do. I cut things down so that I can run it through. And I'm doing it just at the edge there. I've got a spare little piece of tape that we can use. And I like to use my grey sandwich at the base. So instead of the number 1 like Stampin' Up recommend, I'm a rebel and I use number 3. Oh, there we go, Karen. Nice to see you. So that's that one. Let's try the other one. And we can compare what we prefer. I'm going to do the same thing here and just sort of do it along the edge. Yes, you can easily flip. And that container was just from IKEA, but I'm sure there's, yeah, it's a nice simple container. Oh, wow. That actually looks very nice, doesn't it? I think I know the winner. I'll put these back in their little die case so that I don't lose those. And I do love having the magnetic sheets as well. That's something that Bruno gets from Amazon. For whatever reason, I forgot to link something in Amazon and it took away my affiliate status, which I'm very sad about. And I've even messaged them a number of times and, of course, never heard back. So I'm like, not that I think I probably received 2 cents or something. But it's just fun to go, here's my affiliate. I think it's more the fun of saying I'm an affiliate. I've got an affiliate. Oh, I love that. Oh, yes. What do you think, everyone? Yeah, the magnetic sheets are great. They just keep everything together, make me less stressed out. So there's that one there. And we can even cut it down a little bit more if we want to, which I think that actually would fit perfectly there. So all the love or just checking in. Both of them are very nice, I have to say. Both of them are very, very nice. So that I like that a lot, that idea of turning it into a landscape. Let's just do a bit of chopping here, because we know that we're going to cut it down a bit closer so that it can sit in a different spot. Yeah, you like all the love. Very pretty, isn't it? Yeah. I think all the love might be the winner. Oh, sorry, cards by Deb. We unfortunately, it's not your fault at all. It's completely ours. We had it on unlisted instead of public, so no one got the notification. Yes, I think so too. I really, really love it. Let's do that. So we'll lock it in. All the love. And that one's probably, like, if you were doing it for a younger person, you know, I just think that's very cool. Like, you know, Gen Zer. I think they would love that Mediterranean feel. Like, I think of Bruno's, or our niece, who's overseas at the moment. She's just on a big Mediterranean adventure in Greece and, yeah, Barcelona. And so this would be, yeah, a perfect, I think for her, that would be a perfect center. It just depends who you're giving it to. But yes, I do really love this. I think it's stunning. And it's a nice size too. So let's stick that down. And I'm just going to be mindful here how much Tombow glue I put on towards, so I'm putting majority of it towards the love bit. So we've got majority here. And then this part here, the rest of it, I think what we'll do is just sort of do a few dots on the leaves rather than putting glue everywhere else. I think that will be a better alternative, because I can see myself sticking the sentiment to the base of the card and putting glue everywhere. So that's my little hot tip for you. If you replicate this one, yeah, that looks good. Now, it is sort of showing through here, but I actually don't mind that. Bruno added a piece over the top, but I'm not offended by that sitting there like that. I really don't mind it. I'm happy to leave it as is, because he sort of stuck another piece here just so that it was, you know, tidy. But I think if I did that, I probably would put another sentiment just to make it make sense. So you could even have the just checking in on that side if you wanted to, and have it match, obviously having it the right way around. So it could be, you know, one sentiment that side, all the love, just checking in. And that would make more sense to me anyway, but totally up to you. But the right way around, like that. You know what I mean? Yes, I love the, yes. Now, the one last thing I do want to show you, I don't even know if I actually have some here. Do I have any? But I wanted to try putting a window sheet. Yes, here we go. Let's just see what this looks like with a window sheet. I've got some even cut down. Well, 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 look at that. So that would just give it a little bit more, you know, security. However, This is the only problem with using window sheets, is the sticking down. Like, it doesn't look the best. So if you were to do it, you possibly would need to have a piece in between. Yeah, which is something you could do right at the beginning, I think, because you'd have to line this up perfectly and then cut another layer again through here. Yeah, so it's up to you. I mean, I don't mind this. I think it would be better, like, it's a little bit flimsy, but if you glue directly with this onto here, you're going to end up seeing all the glue. So then you'd need to add another piece over the top, which would need to be all cut out. So yeah, totally up to you. But I don't think I'll do that today because I can see myself. Oh yeah, all corners. That's a good idea. I like that one, Deirdre, because you've got the opportunity to put corners there. Yeah, that's a very good idea. Yeah. See, you're already thinking. You're already in the mode. Now, Charlotte did talk about application of bling. I'm going to do some Wink Stella. I just thought about bling. I thought, oh, why don't we add a bit of Wink Stella on these beautiful pieces of fruit? We can just add it around. I'll just make sure that this has got yeah, that's got a little bit in it. Just give it a little bit more. I think it's almost at its last legs, which surprises me because I don't use it a whole lot. Oh, that's better. I'll just add it to where there's the little dotties. A little bit of Wink of Stella. Yeah, that looks cool, hey? It's hard to see it on the camera, but it looks really good in person. And then you can also add some to your flowers, like so. Just for a bit of fun. And the other thing that we can do, because you can see through this, we could actually put a few of the cool little blingy dots. The ones that go with the sweet are these opal rounds, and they are really, really pretty. So we could just close this, and I think we'll add, yeah, I'll do the clear ones. I think I've used on my project for the tutorial, I used these lemon lolly ones, but either of them are stunza, absolutely stunza. So I'll just do that one there. And another one over this side. So it's just a tiny little bit of bling, but I think that sort of gives the idea of like little droplets of water. Yeah, I really like that. And that comes with the suite. So if you don't have this suite of products, then make sure that we clearly love these opal rounds. Look how many we've used. We've used quite a bit. I love the Night of Navy ones. Oh, amazing. And just remember that these clear ones, you can colour them any colour you want. So if we wanted to, we could even colour them Mossy Meadow. So, you know, just get your blends, because they're alcohol, they colour in really nicely, but I like them clear. They look like little droplets of water. So what do you think, everyone? What do you think of our Mediterranean card today? I'm so happy with it. Thank you, Bruno Bertucci, for the inspiration. He's done an amazing job yet again with a very, very cool card that we can all be inspired by, and I think it's highlighted these beautiful products so well. So if you wanted to get the class, remember that you can get that now, the video class bundle. Hello, glad to see you here. Or you can click on this link here if you don't know how to scan the QR code. There's the link there. Or if you're watching the replay and you can't find it, it is actually in the description. Or just email us or message us and say, can you please send me the link to your classes? Because we would like to get the Mediterranean Blooms class, please. But there's a lot to choose from, a lot of different suites. And even if you don't have the products, I know my particular card, you could swap out any product you want, any paper that you wanted to use. You do not have to have the products in order to get the class because it's very easy to swap out and use other things. So that's what I love about these classes. Oh, thank you all very much. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed making that card with you today. It's, yeah, very satisfying, I have to say. There was a lot of great ideas that Bruno gave us there. So let's do a little bit of a photo here together. I'll even let it pop out like that. Yay! Beautiful. Love, love, love. So glad we added. Thank you, Charlotte, for reminding me to add bling, because I think those additions of the little opal assortment is just the piece of resistance. And we did some colouring. We got some calming with our colouring. That's how it personally helps me. I'm not saying it will for you, but no lifestyle claims here. But anyway, we'll see all of our wonderful members very soon in the next couple of minutes. I will go live for our members. So if you haven't joined up to our YouTube membership and you're wondering how it all works, it's just a join button next to our YouTube page. But I'll also give you this link here. You can click on that one and that will enable you to join either the demonstrator level or the creative level. The demonstrator level, I have got some very exciting things to share with our demonstrator level this month. We're going to talk about how the card class, the online class, Stamping with Kylie and Bruno, how that went. Has it helped us to see some changes in sales? And was it worthwhile to do the online class? So we have lots of details to share with those that are signing up for the demonstrator level, because we've got a lot of copycats out there at the moment. We've got economy that we're fighting, economy issues. So we have lots of tips and ideas to try and help combat a lot of those issues in our business. And that's what the demonstrator level will do for you. So thank you very much. Thank you for being here. And I'm sure we'll see you next week for more amazing fun and creativity. Actually, we won't be here next week. That's right. We're going with Mum to the convention. So I will work very hard. No promises, because you just never know what's going to happen in a week. But I will work very hard at having something for you that is already pre-filmed so that you still don't miss out. Even if it's to show you some of the beautiful sympathy cards that we've received, we would love to do something for you so that you can all get together and have your weekly community chat with one another and support one another and talk in the comments about what's happening so that we can be there for each other during tough times. So thank you so much for your support of everything we do, and we'll see you all very soon. See the members in a little millisecond. See you, everyone. Thanks for being here. Bye.